Welcome back to Tasha's Heirloom table. Today we are making a pineapple dump cake, and it is written in my grandmother's handwriting. This is my mom's mom, and I called her Memo. I've never had this cake before, and to my knowledge, she never made this cake for us. As she got older, she just made a few different cakes. A favorite was the banana cake, which I'm sure will make this channel relatively soon because it is a fan favorite in our house. Also Texas sheet cake, which I'm sure you've already had a Texas sheet cake. I know there are a lot of variations out there. We have our own variation and we love it. It's so delicious. So let's get started today. Her instructions are to mix by hand in order given. So she has the order of the ingredients here, and we're gonna mix by hand. So I don't have my mixer today, I'm just using this mixing bowl. These ingredients. So the first one is 2 cups of sugar. So I have that weighed out here. 2 cups of sugar is 400 grams. I'm gonna dump that in. And then 3/4 cup of oil. I have that in my liquid measuring cup. So if you're measuring a liquid, you wanna make sure you use a liquid measuring cup, not a handheld measuring cup, because liquid and dry measuring is different. My spatula here. Make sure you get all that oil out. Now, I was talking to my mom about all these recipes, and you know, they're written in so many different people's handwriting. This one is my grandmother's, so I know she made this cake, and I just think it's interesting as she later in life didn't make a lot of the things that were in there that I'm sure she ran across a friend had made, and it was delicious. We're gonna do 2 eggs. I have those in here. And it doesn't tell me to go ahead and mix this, but I'm gonna give it a little mix. What is your comment on, like, what is your favorite thing when you're mixing by hand? What is your favorite thing to mix with? I love mixing with a wooden spoon. I know on some recipes I'll use a whisk, but tell me what you like to do in the comments. Okay, our next thing is a number 2 can of pineapple. And I had to ask the internet what a number 2 can is. And number 2 can is a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple. And you put it in there, it says do not drain. So we're gonna dump this whole can in there. This is gonna probably make this cake so moist and delicious. And that came just right out. So 20 ounces of pineapple, number 2 can, as listed on the recipe. Then it calls for 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt, sifted. And I did not do any research on why some are sifted and some aren't. Finding that a lot of these older recipes call for sifted flour. So I'm wondering if it has something to do with how the flour came when they bought it. But anyway, I'm using this to sift today. It's a little easier with a bigger measurement. So I have 2 cups of flour, which is 240 grams, a teaspoon of soda, baking soda, and a teaspoon of salt. I'm just gonna sift that in here. I'm gonna mix a little as I go. Now, once this flour's in here, you're not gonna wanna mix too much because this is a cake and you don't want a lot of gluten in your cake. And the reason I mixed it right after I put the eggs in is, have you ever baked something and not gotten the eggs all mixed in, and then you pull it out of the oven and cut into it and there's like a whole egg white? No? Just me? I've done that. So I have, usually right after the eggs go in, I either pre-mix them or give it a little mix before that so I know that they are nice and mixed. Okay, so this is mixed up well. I'm gonna give a little scoop around the edges one more time. Not sure why it called to be mixed by hand and in that order, but the recipe means something, right? This says to use a sheet pan, and you're gonna bake it at 325 for 40 minutes. So my thought is a sheet pan is like a cake pan, like what you would bake a Texas sheet cake in, but you're baking this for 40 minutes, and that concerns me a little bit. So I am using a 9x13. This may be completely wrong, and it may come out horribly, but we're gonna all find out at the same time. The banana cake I make has very similar measurements on sugar and flour, and it's baked at the same temperature for the same amount of time. And it's also her measurements. I mean, this is her recipe that she used for both. So we're gonna go with this. I'm putting this in the oven, 325 for 40 minutes. And I'm gonna check it with a toothpick around the 35-minute mark just to see where we're at. Starting my timer. Like I said, it says to bake in a sheet pan, so this may end in disaster. I don't know. We're all gonna find out together. Cake is out of the oven, and I think going with the 9x13 was the better choice. I'm not sure that what I would consider a sheet pan would have worked. So it smells so good. It smells like pineapple. I'm going to now make a cream cheese icing as per the card. It is 8 ounces of cream cheese and a stick of oleo, which in this case is butter. I don't think margarine would taste very good in that. So we're going to make this cream cheese icing. I will say, I use cream cheese icing on my banana cake, and in this icing, you only use 2 cups of powdered sugar, so it's not gonna be overly sweet, which I like that. But I only usually use half a batch of cream cheese icing, or like half, I just half everything for the banana cake. So I feel like this is gonna be a lot of icing, but we'll see. Okay, first, I'm gonna get all that cream cheese off there. You may use a spatula to do this, but you know what? Why not just scrape it on the whisk? Okay, I'm gonna whip up this till it's soft, and then I'm gonna add in the powdered sugar and the vanilla. The butter and cream cheese mixed really well. I'm going to add in vanilla. This is a good vanilla. I love using this. This is Dancy. I know there's several different brands of this, but the Dancy, it's pure Mexican vanilla extract. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I will say, my grandma, Memo, who is the writer of this recipe, used this vanilla. Now we didn't usually buy the clear vanilla. I like using the clear because it just keeps your icing white, or if you're making cookies, you know, it doesn't make them darker. But she always used the brown vanilla, but the Mexican vanilla, and it to me is the best. I do have a link to this in the description of this video to buy it on Amazon. It's a great deal. You get 2 of the large bottles, clear and a brown vanilla, for like 20 bucks or something. So, and I get a little kickback from that. Also, while I'm adding the powdered sugar, I want to tell you, make sure you subscribe to this video and comment. We are measuring with our heart on this one. Teaspoon. Mix this up. I've been corrected of an audience over here, and apparently I told you to subscribe to the video. You need to subscribe to this channel and like this video and comment on this video. Okay, my cream cheese frosting is really creamy, and yeah, that's good. I love that there's not a ton of powdered sugar in here because I don't like it overly sweet. I don't know if you do, and if you do, you probably could just add a little bit more. I'm wondering too, this is a pineapple cake. I'm just a little bit wondering if some coconut would be good on this, if you like pina coladas or something. I have several people in this house that don't like coconut, so we are not going to do that. But I will say, in my recipe box, okay, I'm icing this cake. I'm using my two-sided spatula. I'm just gonna plop all of this icing on here. We're using all of it. Frosting. Icing, frosting. What's the difference? I don't know. On the card, it calls it icing, so we were right. Kind of makes me think of a movie. Frost yourself. Alrighty. Let's get this nice and spread. I did let this cake fully cool, and I took the butter and cream cheese out of the refrigerator before I started making the cake. Like, preheat the oven, take that out so that it is soft by the time you're ready to make your icing. Okay. Alrighty, there's our cake. I think this would be perfect to take to a potluck or to give to a friend. Easily can make this for a nice spring meal. And Easter, pineapple, summer. Okay, let's give it a taste. I love cutting, cakes and brownies with plastic knife. I think that it keeps the crumb from coming up and getting all over the top of it, and it just slides through easier. And this is not a nonstick pan, but if you're using a nonstick pan, then it won't scratch it. So, plastic knife, you know those plastic knives you like, disposable ones, you can get those too. Does anybody else find that scooping the first piece out is always a chore and messy? We're gonna try to get it here. All right, there we go. There's the crumb. Looks really yummy. And it looks like it has a good texture. It's nice and moist. It's all that pineapple. I mean, there's a lot of pineapple in there. Okay, let's give her a taste. Yum. Definitely make that. That is so good. It doesn't taste overly pineapple-y, but it definitely has pineapple flavor. And I wouldn't say tropical, just like fresh and summery and springy and delicious. So make this pineapple dump cake. It's not like a cobbler dump cake, it's just a regular cake. Pineapple dump cake by Memo. And join me next time at Tasha's Heirloom Table.